Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We've got a couple of additions on the roadmap. We've got an update to Alpha 3.18 with a new PTU patch, which looks like it might be the last before the live build, potentially later today. And there are some interesting new weapon mods for the subscriber promotion stuff from this month. So let's jump into the roadmap update to start with. The RSI Lynx has been added to the Alpha 3.19 patch. So this patch is expected to be before the end of May, before Fleet Week. The Lynx rover is a vehicle that was originally supposed to be bundled with the Constellation Phoenix and Emerald. This, I believe, is supposed to be sort of like a more luxury, higher tech version of the Ursa rover, and it's focused more on touring and exploration. It's sort of similar to the way that the P-72 is a more luxury, higher tech version of the P-52. I don't know much more about it than that. It was one of the unannounced vehicles that Cloud Imperium have been working on, I believe. I'm looking forward to seeing it in game, and assumedly people that have Phoenix or Emerald constellations will have their sort of vehicle upgraded to that they get with it. Question mark. Additional derelict settlements have been added to the tracker roadmap, so it doesn't appear in a particular patch at the moment. So settlements with both gameplay and social elements spread throughout the Stanton wilderness using the Rastar tool. So the Rastar tool will eventually become sort of like a player base building tool once they've sort of made it player facing, but they use it internally at the moment to place, outposts, sort of levels and things like that within planets is the idea. We know that Cloud Imperium want to have as many points of interest, outposts, settlements and derelicts as possible. Whistler's Crypt on Daymar with the 600i and Mercury Star Runner Rex in Alpha 3.18 with that settlement all sort of combining it together are an example of the sort of stuff that they want to do. And we've actually seen some work towards these new derelict settlements in an Inside Star Citizen, basically large sections of ships that are salvaged and sort of made into housing for NPCs and mission locations. These are also pretty modular, so Cloud Imperium will be using them in loads of different ways and points of interest in the future. Star Citizen Alpha 3.18 is supposed to release to live later today, if all goes well. Now, obviously, it could get delayed until tomorrow. We'll have to sort of wait and see. It is going to be based on whether it is just ready enough to go out. There was a 3.18 PTU patch, which alleviated some additional issues. The Scorpius Antares didn't have the VFX and sound effects functioning properly for the quantum dampener. They fixed flat items missing in players' inventories when they weren't supposed to be missing. After returning to a menu or relaunching into the game, Cat Customizer would open every time. That's now fixed. This build also contained multiple new improvements to help with server and client performance, as well as fixing 3 server crashes. There's still a variety of known issues that Cloud Imperium are trying to work through. Now, there's also been a little bit of drama with the Antares. So, content creators got access to the Scorpius Antares before sort of anyone else did. I'm not sure if Evocati got access as well. I don't think they did. So I would have expected there actually to be less annoyance than this. Cloud Imperium often allow access to content creators and sometimes Evocati as well to test a new ship or to quickly promote a new ship. So, but no one's bought the Scorpius Antares yet, so it's not as if they're not giving it to the people that have bought it and that sort of stuff. It's advertising for Star Citizen. Is it fair? It's not really supposed to be. It's Cloud Imperium advertising and promoting their new ship and stuff and producing a bit of artificial hype and stuff around it, which typically works pretty well. The fact that Cloud Imperium support creators at all is awesome, in my opinion. Now, they don't support all creators. If you're smaller or a new creator, it's quite actually hard to get recognition, and it does take time in the space before you actually get an audience big enough, and then maybe you'll potentially get some support if you're sort of lucky. I've been covering Star Citizen for over 8.5 years, averaging over a video a day during that time, and for the first sort of 2.5 years, my channel was very, very small. I have a bias, though, from the fact that I got in relatively early with Star Citizen and became quite popular, so please feel free to disagree if you don't like my point of view on that. I want to encourage more content creators to keep on trying, watch other videos for ideas, reach out to Cloud Imperium, and to understand that, especially at the beginning, and for the first couple of years at least, typically, it's a bit of a slog. Does the fact that content creators get access to the ship early show like elitism and favoritism? Well, yeah, to an extent, but it is Cloud Imperium trying to promote their product. It is a very cheap way of promoting their product. In fact, pretty free way of promoting their product. I don't see a problem with it, but I do benefit from it. So take that as it is. Maybe a cool thing to do, though, during these sort of times would maybe Cloud Imperium should spawn some of these ships, sort of not everywhere, but just rarely, quite sort of secret and hidden, some of these new ships in game, but they're empty, so players could find them maybe at military outposts or salvage sites, and you go, oh, there's a Scorpius Antares here, and it's empty. That's kind of cool, and they can go out and get it and then test it around, and people are like, oh, you've got a Scorpius Antares. In future, they could also have like jump town style events where maybe you have to take and hold the facility for a while to unlock one and things like that. Potentially you could steal one from somewhere. I like those sort of ways of them promoting ships, because then you see occasionally them flying around. You're like, oh, wow, cool. I didn't even know they were in game. The Antares will be going on sale when Alpha 3.18 launches, which, as I said earlier, is potentially later today or within like the next 48 hours. So we'll have to wait and see if that actually becomes the reality. Cloud Imperium did say that it's going to have bugs and issues, the build. So bear that in mind. They will try and get them solved ASAP, especially the sort of bugs you can expect are with server degradation, sort of degradation over time issues. Stuff might get a bit desyncy, NPCs might get a bit dumber over time, maybe. It's sort of common problems we've had with Star Citizen previously. We can expect a free fly once Alpha 3.18 is a little more stable, maybe later in March. Talking about March, the RSI subscriber promotion stuff has been revealed for the month. So the RSI subscriber ship of the month is the MISC Freelancer Max. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It's available for RSI subscribers to purchase with some special sort of extras in sort of enhanced insurance and some flair and stuff until April 4th, and subscribers can try it throughout the month. So there's also some cool new weapon mods. So these are Klaus and Werner laser pointers and flashlights. So there's an orange one. If you are Centurion subscriber, you can grab that. If you're an Emperator, you get the orange one, and you also get a green one. And then there's a purple flashlight, which is available to purchase in the RSI subscriber store. Cool weapon mods are cool. However, they're a little bit worrying if they make you very obvious where you are. They are apparently compatible with any personal firearm with an underbarrel attachment. I am looking forward to these being in-game, and remember, in about 3 months' time, they will be findable in the loot pool, but you'll have to steal them off other players anyway in the short term. Boom, that's it for your Star Citizen news and updates today. Hopefully 3.18 later today going live, and it not being a terrible release, because I am a little bit concerned that there might be some terrible bugs with that live build. We'll have to wait and see. Really excited to see the Lynx in 3.19, and just more Derelict settlements sort of plopped around the verse is obviously going to make it more interesting. But what do you think? Will Cloud Imperium be able to get 3.18 out by the end of the day or by the weekend? Are you looking forward to any of what we discussed in today's updates? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. It's 2023. There's no need for a VPN like NordVPN, right? In the modern era. Wrong. What's this? A Silent Hill styled ad? No, due to copyright, it's actually a Quiet Mound ad. But that siren means that someone's got my browsing data and hacked all my sanity away at Starbucks. Oh no, that guy's got a triangle on his head. I've never had a Silent Hill incident while using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. By God, can you risk not having it? Well, probably, but why take the chance? NordVPN can help you access more content on the internet from more countries in a safer and more private way. It's an essential tool in your arsenal in 2023 against legally distinct triangle head. Check out the links below for one hell of a deal. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For March, we are giving away an Argo Raft, the mighty little hauler that could. Soon, it should be able to make use of its 32 SCU cargo boxes, but in Alpha 3.18, it's going to be able to make you some serious Alpha UEC from cargo hauling. It also comes with a game package and lifetime insurance, all you need to get started in your Star Citizen career. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. Please consider becoming a YouTube member with the join button under our videos or using the links below Patreon. It really goes the extra mile to support us making daily content for Star Citizen. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe and share it with your space friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.